Hello, EzTerry here, and welcome back to Frostpunk. So we are on our fourth episode today, and mostly where we left off last time. First, we have some scouts back. We should send them somewhere. I did just have a small snafu on starting up the episode. Apparently I set back about 2 minutes of game time, so if something's a little off, that's why. And we're actually just going to go to Winterhome. So let's send them that way. We lost a scout team when we found these survivors that are slowly on their way over. So I'm actually just going to make a new scout team. And we'll send them over to the coal mine for now. Looks good. And there'll be more areas that open up as we proceed, so we shall look at them then. Anyway, so that's scouting, before I forget. We are in the process of getting ready for this temperature drop, and we have basically a new sawmill we have to get up and running with 900 wood available. Our previous sawmill, which was here, I guess, ran out of resources in its area. Yeah, so we're working on that. We're researching improved heaters, which will let me keep this at livable temperature even without a steam hub in range, which is excellent. I was noticing this public house is not, well, it's livable with its own heater. No, with no heater. So we should just be able to turn the heater on. It does mean that the only thing we're really using the steam hub here for is the cookhouse, since I'm not using it for this yet, although when it gets colder we'll need it. Because the hours on this is, much later than the steam hub's on. Anyway, for now that's fine, so we're gonna leave it alone. And I think it's time to play. So, with the game clock going, and we'll speed it up a bit for half a second, apparently. There's like many events where it slows it down, and one of the main ones is like once each morning. Anyway, as we're getting colder, we can see some problems occurring. So our medical post here is too cold. Even in the temperature, we could turn on the heater, but of course what we're going to do is up the heat level to everything, and that should fix that quickly enough. Okay, let's go. And if we can get there. Okay, so we're almost at temperature, and that should make everything livable or even comfortable. So that's excellent. So the only thing that's a little cold is the sawmill, and that's why I haven't put any workers in there yet. Why are you still not... Is that out of range? Didn't I just... Okay, that's apparently out of range. That's unfortunate. For now, I'm just going to keep it warm with the heater, then we will do something about it later. Or maybe just move it here? It's a medical tent, right? Yeah. Actually, aren't we working on... No, I only have medical posts right now. I was thinking about going the infirmary route, although that needs steam cores, so we may hold off and just go with the hothouse healthcare installation. Sorry. But the other thing we could do is just put one over here, because we have this new expansion to the town where our latest people just moved in. Well, here comes someone. He doesn't look very happy. So we just found an exhausted man from Winterhome. a settlement not far from here, and that he was the last survivor, and that everyone else in the city has died. So apparently he just made it to the city as his last dying breath. So we are alone out here, except for all the refugees we keep finding. Unfortunately, this causes a large fall in hope. And obviously a debate in the center of town. Winterhome has fallen. So we're at an important moment in the game. We have to give purpose to our people, and this gives us two choices. We can go faith and spiritual strength, or order and discipline. So, of these two choices, which one do we want to choose will change how the events sort of play out in the storyline. It's not significantly different either way. So my last playthrough I did faith and spiritual strength, so today we are going to go order and discipline. And this adds to our book of laws, and we now get new options. So we have neighborhood watch we can do guard stations and morning gathering after that. And let's see. So we need to mobilize and stand together to help our people in need and protect them from troublemakers. So basically we'll get watchtowers here, which will allow to have a watch over the neighborhood. It increases hope of the people living nearby, but we're going to have to build 2 of them within relatively short time of signing this law. So we're going to start with that.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
And this will hopefully start getting our hope back up. So we have order, which is a new tab in our building. And from here we can start looking into how we want to place these things. I'm probably going to want to remove that tent and put it here, so it surround that whole area, and we'll just start a new one out this way for this area. So that's going to be one of them, and hopefully that's in range of heat. I didn't actually look. And we're going to start building people tent. Yeah, I'm going to build a tent here, and I'm going to build another couple of tents out here, which will give us a little surplus, but it's going to make it easier to move things around. Sorry. And this, of course, is going to need a road. Okay, let's go. And we're to see what this is. Yeah, so apparently we have our first death in the city. I'm fairly certain it's the person who wandered in and then froze to death. But we're going to have to do something about this. But we basically have 2 options. We can make a cemetery, which will let us bury our people. Or we can decide for a corpse disposal in the far corners of the city. The chances, the things you're seeing down here change based on what you choose here. So ceremonial funerals only happens if you have a cemetery, and will raise some hope, or at least prevent despair. And organ transplants happens if you just keep them out in the frostland frozen. We'll probably go to this cemetery of these 2 ways, on the hope that we don't have so many dead people that it's necessary to want organ transplants. Anyway, let's continue on, because I can't actually do anything about that yet. What do they want?
Sir, you convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of our people are so scared they want to flee the city for London in 15 days. They've come to try to change your mind. You say order will save us. Nonsense! What are we going to orderly decide? Who to eat first when we start to starve? If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome.
So, obviously just a little bit pessimistic. Anyway, calm down, we're not going to die. So, we now have another group in the city, the Londoners. The people are divided, and some of them are so scared they plan to leave the city for London in 15 days. So basically, in 15 days, if I don't convince them otherwise, a group of people will leave the city and may make other desperate acts on our way. Currently, 16 people are following the Londoners, and there's a large tendency for people to join them. Just keeping discontent low, and most importantly, increasing hope is how we keep them here. Anyway, let's continue on, because, well, we need to do something about it. We can't do it yet. Okay, we have improved heaters. That is good. So I'm going to turn on the heaters in here, and we're going to max out the workers, and we'll start getting some wood again, which is a very good thing. And if we check our temperatures, yes, we're very good all across the board. Exactly what I want to see. Okay, let's go. One thing I am curious about is how's our consumption? Oh, we're still positive. That is excellent. Because we increased our temperature level. We're not researching anything because we just got the heaters, I guess. So let's figure out what's next. How's our food doing? Food is almost full. Okay, so I guess I'm not in a hurry for more food. That might be good, but let's see, what else do we have before I get too caught up in... We're doing okay with coal, with our coal thumper. We are getting steel and wood, not that upgrades wouldn't be a good thing. Gathering post installations, not that much of a hurry. Might want to start thinking of that. We might want to start thinking of factory. But I think what I want to do, well, what's our temperature outlook? Nothing, no change for a very long time. Okay. So we can think about things. Because when the temperature starts getting more, we really want to get a bunkhouse house redesign and then replace all of our tents with houses. Everyone's okay right now, but things won't stay that way. So I guess what I'm going to do now, well, we could do efficiency, but I don't know. I want to do some factories this playthrough, so let's start that early. Since I have time to think about it now, then it'll be much easier to go through this as needed, if needed. So let's just do that for right now, and we might even just try to open up the other tiers after this research is done. Anyway, let's keep going. How is everything? Food rations might be a little short, so let's actually add the storage for that. That'll be good. Probably going to need more coal in not too long too, but that's okay. So our guard tower here can have people in it, so let's put them in. And let's check the temperature of that. Okay, so it is livable right now, so whatever we need to do, we don't need to do it yet. This means we did get at least some of those running. So what we can do is dismantle this house, and the people will move to one of the other ones we just built. And once that's done, we can build the other guard tower we said we would. And I'm wondering if... Well, we're missing that one tent, but I'm not going to put a tower in specifically for it. I guess that one tent, which is interesting. I'm wondering if I want to put one here, though it's not warmed yet. Yeah, so we'll hold off. That'll cover enough of the city for right now, and we'll do more when we can. Anyway, off we go. Something's wrong here. Let's look at it. Not enough resources in range. So now we're not... So our automaton here is not quite keeping up with the coal that we need. So that might change our coal rate. It'll be interesting to see. It's probably going to fluctuate. Yeah. So we might look into making the thumper a little more efficient. That'll be okay. Okay. Yeah, the research is still going. We have 13 people homeless. Oh, those other, got it. Those other people just showed up. Yeah, so let's put one there. That'll deal with some of it. And I guess the other one, to be sure, we'll put out onto the next row, which is fine, but I'm going to want to put the road in first so we snap to the right place. Okay, tent. Okay, and I think what just happened? Something happened in the middle of town. People apparently just joined the Londoners. I think that was by quite a margin. We really don't want to lose that many people at once. But, yeah, for now, I don't think there's much I can do about that. I do want to put people working in there, which gives us our hope for successfully doing it, and we only have 2 chevrons of tendency, not 3. So certainly moving in the right direction. I don't think I can do anything in here yet to help more than the passive effect. Anyway, let's continue on. And let's see where we go. Okay, we've just researched the factory. I don't want to build it yet, because I don't have the steam cores to really go down that road yet. But we will eventually. Do I need anything desperately? Oh, I did say I was thinking of upping the coal thumper to steam coal thumper. Yeah, let's do that, because I'd rather the extra coal. You can't have too much since it's our source of heat. While we're at it, let's resource depot. I'm not just gonna. Oh, we'll destroy resources. Yeah, so we're gonna put it here. I just want to have another storage facility available. That'll be fine. And let's go. Yeah. What's up? Apparently, someone tried to climb up the generator and was happy to be saved, or everyone is happy they were saved. Okay, that's good. That should have increased hope. Other problems might be going on. What else? The discontent. Oh, there's still the corpse. I forgot about. Oh, I'm still waiting on the Book of Laws. Exploration. So we have someone out here at the coal mine. So we have the option of taking the store coal, which will give us a bunch of coal, or dismantling it, which will give us a lot more resources. The problem is then we will not be able to gather coal from here. However, to be honest, the coal mine only gives... I don't think this is a worthwhile outpost, and we'll have many other opportunities. So I'd rather actually the steam cores and other resources. Anyway, Some people might say that's a mistake, but that's what I'm going to do, so you'll have to deal with it. So all that resources on our way back. We are almost at Winterhome, and we shall see what opens up then. What else is going on? I think we are going to press play, and Steam Cold Thumper is researched. So, pause. So we're going to want to upgrade our Cold Thumper to a Steam Cold Thumper. Okay, that's fine. The automaton can work on that for us too. And food we're doing okay. So what are we waiting on? We're waiting on book of laws for cemetery, and we're just got a technology, so it's time for the next one. Do we need anything desperately? I think we are in good shape for the moment. So while we are in decent shape, let's get mechanical calculators. Yes, let's do it. Upgrade. Because undoubtedly at some point we'll be in not good shape and we'll wish we had it. The Londoners are still unhappy. Scouts have reached Winterhome. Okay, let's go look. We think there's going to be steam cores here. The fall of Winterhome. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The city chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following scrabbles, riots, descent into anarchy. Fights for dwindling resources and eventual starvation. The last entry. God forbid us. We are eating our dead. There is no hope. So, may they rest in peace. We do get 2 steam cores. Otherwise, it doesn't sound like the city has done so well. We are near Freshwater Springs, and another one, the American camp, is off in the other direction. Since I have no compass, I don't know what's north and south. So we're gonna go Freshwater Springs right now with our current scouts. I'll probably send them off the other direction when they return. Okay, so off everything goes. Let's speed things up. Actually, I suspect that one person who arrived... Wait, why is it cold? Oh, it's nighttime. That's fine. Yeah, so during the day, this turns on, keeps it warm enough, but at night it's not warm enough. And this is technically chilly. Not sure what I want to do. Anyway, let's keep going. The Londoners are up to 40 now. Oh, the Book of Laws is free. So, let's go back to adaptation. We'll go back to purpose later and get those cemeteries. And I can now build the cemetery. I think it's people? Yeah, people. And I don't believe we have to keep the cemetery warm, so we won't. If there's no resources going to get destroyed there, we'll just put it behind here. And off we go. The scouts have gotten to Freshwater Springs. Let's go look. We think there's survivors here. Several pools are kept warm from freezing by a hot spring deep underground. Patches of hardy lichens cling to the bare rock at the edges. It looks like a good place for a hideout. Okay. Degenerated but alive. So basically, it's some refugees from Winterhome. They are a sorry sight, apparently. And asked what kept them from starving. They look away and mumble something about eating lichens. Yeah, lichens, I guess. Something like that. Okay, let's start escorting them back. Um, okay, so let's go. Go, go, go. Our other scouts are back, and we got a bunch of resources. We're actually full on steel. Build. Resources, resource depot, and we can keep coming around here for now. Build road. Just there, okay. And while we're at it, let's send our scouts, hello, out to the American camp. Off you go. And oh, this one's not. Oh, it's not specified. Perfect. So I can make you steel, and this will become our next free one. Perfect. Fine by me. Okay. Let's go. Go, go, go. Let's see. What else is going on? We're still waiting for the cemetery to build. We have actually a bunch of people to work on this stuff, so it's really that the game keeps slowing and pausing on us. Okay, keep going. Cemetery is established. Now we can put our dead to rest. So that, well, actually did a great job on discontent and increased hope, so people are much happier now. Our research is completed, so it's time to look on. We have 2 levels of cold drop in 1, 2, 3 and a bit days. Something to keep in mind. I'm gonna need something by then. That's actually food, shelter. Because if we go 1 level higher on heat, meaning like if I get generator power 2, I'm still going to need a 2nd level. The bunkhouse will give us that. The house would give us both levels without anything. So let's at least start researching the bunkhouse. I know it's way in advance, but I don't think we had anything more pressing. And since I have to do 2, if something pressing comes up, I don't want to think about it last second. Okay, so continuing on. There's something going on here. Long hours of toil. Yeah, I'm almost to the point where I want to see if I can actually reduce them. That's one reason for the factories, because I'll just start putting automatons in places that require more continuous work. So like this. And really, we should be getting a surplus of coal right now, which is excellent, but you know, I don't have an easy ability to add in the other collection huts required. We actually have some spare engineers, and we should put them to work. So let's build another workshop. Tech workshop. And that'll give us more use of that particular Steam hub, which seems good to me. Yeah, so that'll be 3 in total once it's built. So we're going to quickly build it. There we go. We're going to put it on extended hours. We're going to max it with people. Perfect. And it seems to be saying that we are good on our child shelters. That everyone, all of our children are in one or the other. I guess we have 27, so that makes sense. 15 plus 15 equals 27. Oh, I forgot to research something. Or we just got something. So we got bunkhouse. We could start doing house. I'd actually like to avoid putting bunkhouses down and just like skip to house, but this makes it cheaper. Can we afford this? We can. Okay, yeah. So let's go that route. So what I'm really doing is taking the housing and trying to rush through it so I have time to build all of them and get the resources to build all of them. Um, and so we are still waiting on our scouts. We are waiting on game to go faster. Certainly we seem to be very multiple islands, so that's an interesting look for the city. Many people just have, do the range extension, so it's circle after circle after circle. Presumably I'm going to make another circle here, so it'll be a little bit of 3 directions out of the center, and depending on how many people we get, we may actually fill up quite a bit of this area anyway. Speaking of things going on, how are you doing? You still have 700 left. Not as short for resources there, so I'm not in a hurry to do more. I'm feeling, though, when I do the housing upgrade, I'm going to want quite a bit. Can I build resources? Steelworks. So, in theory, the other steelworks goes here. And that's the only place we can put it, so it's not like we have a lot of... So we might as well just put it there. Be done with it. I can afford it. And that should do that, and off we go. Scouts have made it to the American camp. And I wasn't looking, but we're at only 1 chevron of tendency, which is a good thing. Anyway, you are here. We think there's steel and steam cores, so explore. Starved Americans. So a well-supplied camp, with the exception of food. Always a bad sign, because food's usually a little important. Water too, but I assume they can melt some down in this universe. Temporary settlements, 11 hours that way. Let's go take a look. Okay, let's go. Scouts 1 have returned to the city. This included 22 more people, and including 7 children, so we're gonna need another child shelter now. And 2 steam cores, so let's pause. Build. So, tech people. Yeah, we're just gonna stick with tents for now because they're cheaper. I need 3 tents. So 1, 2, 3. And let's get our road somehow out there. Do I do it that way, or do I go around the back? I think I go around the back. Skip that little bit of... Okay, that should do it. And the other one I wanted was a child shelter, which we can probably also hide out here somewhere. Maybe. I can't tell because it's not telling me what's in and not in range. Of course it's not. Alternatively, we can go here, which is not in range. That doesn't help me, I guess. This one is not telling me. I do wonder why it sometimes... You can see here the Steam Hub highlights, but here it doesn't. I can't fathom why it would be different. This is on 24 hours, so it's not like it's off or anything. Maybe it's time to build Tech Steam Hub, the one I want in this direction. Because we're going to want a little more this way, I think. Or this way, or both, I don't know. So I'm just going to put it here, which seems to be in between. And that'll let us increase our, wrong building, increase our residents this way too. I don't know what that did to consumption. I don't think we will know till some of this stuff builds. That's another thing to keep in mind, is we are going to need more coal when we come to this drop. I don't know if this is a very short one. That's partially what I'm looking for. But if it's a long one, we're going to really need more coal. Anyway, we have 12 days to go on convincing these Londoners not to leave us. We have a book of laws. Let's go look at some of them. Because I think we could do the funerals, but this only matters when someone actually dies. I'm wondering if we want to go down some of these. Actually, we did this direction already. Extra rations lets us cure people quicker, and overcrowding lets us keep more people in there. And healthcare will help us deal with people who are more permanently ill. Is this being a problem yet? I guess that's the question. If it's not a problem, let's not... Yeah, 6. Let's not worry about it yet. So we're going to do morning gathering, which should, raise hope each morning. And that's important. It's each morning it raises hope a little bit. And guard stations, which is basically a bit of a militia that goes around town. Indirectly, I think we want both of these, but the less we can go further than that might be a good thing. I'm going to start here because it gives a nice boost to our hope direction.
Listen, everyone.
Okay, so we actually have to build these, which they go over where we were, so that won't be too hard. Where's the other one? And I guess I want my third one. Here. Yeah. Okay, that should cover the town decently. We shall see. While I have the ability, whoops, guard stations are built. Hope it rises. That's good. We'll put workers in here. And... okay. So, hopefully tendency is now neutral. That's a good thing. We have some waiting scouts. Let's go take a look. Yeah. That's our home. So they're waiting here. I have to send them back out. Okay, that's fine. Rosengrove, Snowcliff, and Winterhome we can put a logging camp at. You know, that might be an interesting choice. Obviously I don't have to go explore again, so I'm not going to. I will have to do some research for that, though. Yeah, so what I want to do research-wise is quickly get the house going, quickly get the house redesign going, and replace all the houses. That has to be my focus because it's going to take a couple of research things. Then we're going to probably look into actually getting to Winterhome and starting it as a logging camp, and that'll be fine. Okay, let's keep going. What happened? We have waiting... Yeah, so we made it to the temporary settlement. Okay, that's good. We will explore this abandoned settlement and memory of injustice. Yeah, so apparently it's the Exiles of Tesla City, which is apparently another city site we get to go explore in the future. Found some new locations, but doesn't seem to be anyone here, just more wood and some a steam core. Steam core is always good. So we have Wall Colony and Dreadnought Landing. Which one's closer? That's 11 hours, that's 12 hours. So I guess the answer is you to here. There you go. That one's closer, we'll try that first. What else? Yeah, so they're making this trek. Yeah, so I think we're looking okay. We have our new guard towers running, and We have everyone housed, very few people sick. Everyone should be nice and warm and toasty. Yeah, we're doing good. The only question I have, because I haven't looked in a little while, is how's our food doing? I don't think we're gaining as much as we were, so maybe we do want to look into upgrading that just a hair. But we're not doing so bad that I'm concerned about it. But remember, we now have 253 people, and that means we only have 153 rations available. So certainly something to keep in mind. Anyway, I think that concludes the episode for today, so I hope you enjoyed watching. Until next time, this is EzTerry logging off. Please leave a like or comment, and we'll see you then. Goodbye.